All right, so if you're getting close to the end of high school, you're probably hearing a lot about what comes next, right? It can feel like this giant, scary question mark hanging over your head. But that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. How to make planning your next chapter feel exciting, not stressful. Let's dive in.
So you've probably heard your teachers or counselors throw around this term post-secondary. And look, if your first thought was something like, post what now? You are definitely not alone.
And you know what? That's actually a pretty great way to think about it. Yeah, it kind of is a sequel. It's not High School The Revenge, but it's your sequel, the next big, awesome installment in your story, a totally new adventure.
So what does this sequel actually look like? Well, post-secondary is really just the fancy, official-sounding way of talking about your life after you toss that graduation cap in the air.
That's it. It's just your next move, the path you decide to take after you're done with high school. No secret code, no complicated definition. It's just what's next for you.
And here's the best part. There are so many options. Seriously, you could go to a four-year college, for sure, or maybe a hands-on trade school. To become an amazing welder or a coding genius is more your vibe. You could serve in the military. You could jump right into a career. Or hey, you could even take a gap year to travel, work, and just figure things out. Every single one of these is a valid, powerful choice.
And that brings us to maybe the most important point of all. There is no single right path here. This is not a one-size-fits-all situation. Your journey is going to be completely your own. What works for your best friend might not be the right move for you, and that is 100% okay. Okay, so to make this feel a little less overwhelming and way more empowering, let's think about it like this. Your future isn't some test you have to ace. Instead, think of all these options like a menu at a fantastic restaurant. You get to sit down, look at everything that's available, and just decide what looks good to you. So you might be asking, okay, but why am I thinking about this now? I'm not even a senior yet. And that's a fair question. The goal here isn't to pile on the pressure. It's about giving yourself a head start, a real strategic advantage, no matter which path you end up choosing. I love this because it's so true. Thinking ahead isn't about stress. It's about strategy. It's about setting yourself up for that future glow-up, that moment down the line where you're absolutely thriving on a path that you chose on purpose.
Let's actually break that down and look at the difference. When you start exploring your options early, you can actually pick high school classes that line up with your goals. You'll know all the application deadlines way ahead of time. It just opens up more doors, and, let's be real, it leads to way less stress. Now, if you wait until the last minute, you might realize you don't have the classes you need. You're scrambling to meet deadlines, and you end up making huge decisions in a rush. That sounds way more stressful, right?
Okay, so hopefully you're thinking, all right, you've convinced me, but how do I even start this whole thing? The good news is, getting started is so much easier than you think. This is not about having all the answers right now.
Seriously, it just comes down to a few simple first steps. Number 1, go talk to your school counselor. That is literally their job, to help you figure this stuff out. They're an amazing resource. 2, just get curious. Ask people questions. Ask your neighbor who works in marketing what their job is really like. Ask your uncle about his time in the military. And number 3, just start paying attention to what genuinely interests you. This is your journey after all. So let's circle all the way back to that main idea because it's so important. Your future is not some big, scary mystery you have to solve. It's a menu. It's a menu full of incredible options just waiting for you to check them out.
And that leaves us with just one question, the one right here. So take a second, think about it. What on that huge, exciting menu of life after high school, what looks good to you? Your next chapter is starting right now. Go make it your own.